Fight Club 25. We in here, man. Gennady Golovkin versus Daniel Jacobs. It's looking more and more like a reality as the days go by. But while we're on the topic of Gennady Golovkin, before I even get into those two guys, I want you to go back and listen to my video, Canelo Alvarez versus Gennady Golovkin Big Drama Show. If you haven't heard it, I uploaded that on September 19th, man. September 19th of this year. Earlier in the week, I uploaded that video, and the very next day, September 20th, ESPN, they have a show called First Take. For those of you who don't know, Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman are the speakers on the show, on the panel. They were also talking about Canelo and Triple G and giving their thoughts on it. And they were saying exactly what I was saying in the video. And I don't always agree with Max Kellerman or Stephen A. Smith, but in this instance, they was keeping it 100 about the situation, man. And they were saying the exact same things that I was saying. And I'm not saying this to say that they heard my video and said that. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we were on the same page, because it's just what makes sense, man. And that's what I try to do on this channel. I try to keep it 100 at all times. I try to put things into perspective, not be led of emotion, not deal with fanboyism, but to try to think practically, man, you know. And when you're extreme and you're led of emotions, man, practicality goes out of the window, man. So you can compare that for yourselves, man, and see what I'm talking about. But anyway, Daniel Jacobs versus Gennady Golovkin is becoming more and more realistic. I initially thought that Daniel Jacobs was going to price himself out of the fight. I'm not going to front. I thought that he was going to maybe duck Triple G and vacate his regular belt, man. That's what I thought he would do. But I'm hearing that negotiations are cordial. It's going pretty smoothly between Tom Loeffler and Al Heyman. And another thing that works to the event, another thing that's making this even more possible than ever, is the fact that Canelo Alvarez pulled out of his December date with an injury. Because of him injuring his thumb, that freed up money in the budget. HBO, the network HBO, they have money in their budget to pay for this fight, man. Their remaining 2016 budget, they can apply that to Triple G versus Daniel Jacobs. That licensing fee, and also the licensing fee that they would have paid in November, because Golovkin would have fought in November, but you know, the WBA ordered those two to fight. And this is what it's looking like. They're looking at December 10th. I'm hearing Daniel Jacobs wants it in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. I'm always down for that. That's the hometown. So Brooklyn would definitely be a good look. But they also said that he's receptive to fighting in Manhattan at Madison Square Garden. You dig? That will also be a good look, man. As long as it's out here in New York, man, that's what's up. I might just be in attendance, man, to be truthful. So it's looking like this thing can happen, man. It's looking like the money is there, the venue is there. It's really looking like it's gonna go down, man. And it'll be good to see Gennady Golovkin in there with somebody that he doesn't have any natural advantages over. In fact, I think Daniel Jacobs is taller than Golovkin, and maybe a little wider. I'm not sure, man, but I gotta really look at those two guys and do the comparison, man. But I'll start looking into that as the fight draws closer, and you know, the talks between the two camps really get intense. If it goes to purse bid, if Tom Loeffler and Al Heyman can't come to an agreement and it goes to purse bid, it'll favor Tom Loeffler and Triple G, and it'll most likely end up on HBO and in Madison Square Garden in New York, man. Al Heyman fighter on HBO, It's possible, man. It's possible at this juncture, man. Premier Boxing Champions, man. Something's going on, man. I don't want to speculate. I read an article today that Dan Raphael wrote on Premier Boxing Champions, and it didn't really sound too good, man. And a lot of their fighters have only fought once this year. Like, I read a list like last night, man. I came across a list of fighters from Premier Boxing Champions who've only fought once, and it's a lot of them, man. It's a lot of them, man. I'm talking about, you got Danny Garcia, you got the Charlos, you got Thurman. I mean, just a lot of guys, man, with big names. So something's going on, man. And like I said, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to even get into that as of right now. I just wanted to give you that update. Daniel Jacobs versus Gennady Golovkin. When the fight becomes a reality, man, when it's etched in stone, I will give a full fight breakdown and prediction, man. A comparison, a side-by-side comparison, and all of that, man. You dig? Fight Club 25. Subscribe.